So we're only a couple of weeks into this Biden administration, and I could already tell that this is not going to end up well for the establishment, the deep state, all that stuff. I mean, this is just complete ineptitude, what we're seeing from the Biden administration, or Biden's handlers, whoever you want to call them, because this is just pathetic, what is happening across the board. So if you don't know what's happening, essentially Biden has broken nearly every single campaign promise, has lied to his supporters, the three of them that are actually alive, and it's just a mess what's going on. All these Biden supporters are having big old fat buyer's remorse. Everybody's missing Trump, and everybody's realizing, yeah, we made a big fat mistake, voting in some senile guy into the presidency. Now, if you don't know, Biden promised his first thing he was going to focus on was getting $2,000 checks to nearly every single American in the United States. He campaigned on this in Georgia heavily since late December. They said, vote in Warnock and Ossoff, and we will vote in a $2,000 stimulus right away. Well, it's looking like that not only will it not be $2,000, but it will be available to basically nobody. And the stimulus may not even be voted till late 2021 at this rate. It's a mess what's happening. So if you don't know, the Senate Democrats have voted on it and said, nope, it's going to be a $1,400 stimulus. And the only people that get it were people that made less than $50,000 not last year, but in 2019. So essentially the people that suffered from losing their jobs in 2019 or 2020, well, screw you, you may not get that stimulus. And the stimulus package has basically nothing for small businesses. It's a joke. And this is a bad sign, alright? Because remember, Biden's main focus, if you wanted to have a decent, popular president, right, was focused on getting money into people's pockets, expanding healthcare coverage, and getting the economy moving. Well, his focus so far has been climate change, getting mass amnesty, and whatever the hell he's doing with everything. So, yes, we're not going to have a $2,000 stimulus. It's a joke of a stimulus. I mean, it's only $1,400 for people that made less than $50,000. It's a joke. It's an embarrassment, really. But that's not the worst thing, right? That's not, it's just one of those things, yeah, he's technically still doing it. It's like, okay, yeah, it's still getting money to people's pockets. At least he's trying to help, quote unquote. Now, the second part was the minimum wage. Now, I'm personally against the minimum wage, but people wanted a minimum wage increase. Just get people money into people's pockets, get the economy moving. It's not the best economically, but it's popular enough where it's like, okay, we're getting some money into people's pockets. It's a good, so it's popular, but it's not the best policy. Well, he lied about that. So essentially, the Senate voted on unanimously. Every single senator said, nope, we're not going to pass a minimum wage increase till the Kung Flu is over. So if the Kung Flu doesn't end until 2023, they're not going to be able to pass a single minimum wage increase. Now, that may sound good economically, but that hurts him badly politically. Because remember, he ran on, we're going to get money to people's pockets, we're going to expand healthcare coverage. And speaking of healthcare, they're not even focused on healthcare. They're not even discuss it till 2022, it sounds like. They're not even going to touch it till 2022. It's a mess what's happening. And their main focuses, Chuck Schumer even said this, the two main focuses was climate change for God knows what reason, and getting everybody mass amnesty, essentially. And, well, that's going to blow up in their face, and it already has. So if you don't know, Biden, of course, got rid of the Keystone Pipeline. That's just very, very unpopular. I mean, anybody under a rock would admit that is not popular whatsoever. Alright? But that's not even the worst thing he did, alright? So, sure, the Keystone Pipeline was nice, but realistically, it may not hurt people that much, right? It may increase gas prices a little bit, but the second thing he did when it comes to climate change, when it comes to fossil fuels, all that stuff, was he banned new permits of wells. So essentially, if an oil well runs dry of oil, too bad. You can't get a new permit to, build one a mile away. Too bad. And, well, this is going to kill the economy of New Mexico, Texas, and Oklahoma. And, well, a lot of people are pissed at this because this is going to jack up gas prices in like 6 months. Because when these oil wells run out of oil, what are they going to do? And I can already tell you what they're planning on doing. They're going to use this reasoning to get us into some random war with Syria, Iraq, and some African nation. Do you notice how only like 3 or 4 hours after Biden signed the executive order, you notice how he moved like a couple thousand troops into Syria? Exactly. Right after he signed that order, he moved like, I believe it was 10,000 troops to Syria. And well, that you can already tell what's going to happen. They're going to fight for some oil over there. They're going to use this excuse to go to some random Middle Eastern war. It's going to be a mess when it happens. It's not even going to be good. Now, it keeps getting worse and worse. I mean, again, they're not focused on healthcare. People want expanded coverage. Biden promised, hey, first couple of months, I'm going to be focused on getting healthcare passed. Well, Chuck Schumer again said, no, we're not going to even touch it till probably late 2022. So, right before the midterms, that's where they're going to even start discussing healthcare. I mean, it's a joke what the Democrats are doing, and this is going to hurt them big time, politically. I mean, you look at Biden's approval rating from Rasmussen, by far the best poll for approval rating. Don't listen to the garbage MSNBS crap. Don't listen to CNN, their polls stink. But, you notice something, alright? On January 22nd, that was the first poll of Rasmussen. Biden strongly disapprove was 38%. Today, it's 39%. His strongly approve was 36 on January 22nd. Today, it's 34% strongly approve. And it's going to get worse, alright? People are starting to hate Biden's guts. I mean, even the poll I conducted, only 52% of Americans said they approve of Biden. And even then, only like 20% said they strongly approve. So his base is being held on to just nothing. Biden is just being held on to absolutely nothing. And it's going to keep getting worse and worse and worse for Biden. And remember, people wanted healthcare, people wanted money in their pockets, but they're going to focus on mass amnesty, which would hurt people's income. It's a joke what the Democrats are doing. Do they not realize that by doing this, it's going to blow up in their face horrendously? Because people are against mass amnesty, and guess what? They already had a vote, really, on immigration, and it failed miserably. They voted on a $1,400 stimulus for illegal immigrants. It failed badly. You had 8 Democrat senators vote against it. And those 8 Democrat senators have been always against mass amnesty. So, it's going to blow up in their face. They're wasting capital on freaking climate change and immigration when they should be focused on healthcare coverage and getting money into people's pockets. And you can see that this administration's a mess. Biden doesn't know where he is. He's going to be hated within a month. It's not going to end up pretty. But anyways, I hope you guys did enjoy. If you guys did, hit the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit that little bell, and yes, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.